Bam, we're live. Good morning. I've been slamming Tylenol all morning. Fuck Trump. All right. Fantastic. Fantastic. Tastic. I love it. Nothing like nothing like a good little big old dose of Tylenol first thing in the morning. Good to see you guys. I didn't speak to Greg yesterday, but I am assuming he will be on very soon.
Family. So let's talk about Tylenol. I'm literally out here in the garden, but the timing is what it is. So why is Tylenol associated with autism? First, if you don't know me, my name is Dr. Christina Parks. I have a PhD in cellular and molecular biology from University of Michigan that was done in the Department of Immunology. And I have been studying the childhood schedule and injections for about 10 years hardcore now. So Tylenol is associated with autism because it depletes the body's major antioxidant, glutathione. Glutathione is what mops up inflammation in the body. And when the body is critically depleted of it, it either goes septic or, especially in young or premature infants, they can actually pass away. It can cause things like SIDS. So the maintenance of glutathione is extremely important. And even doing something like mom taking vitamin C as a supplement while she's nursing can be critical in helping mom and the baby to resupply glutathione. So what happens is if your body doesn't have enough glutathione, it gets extremely inflamed and it just can't handle cellular stress. And the inflamed state of the brain is what is highly associated with neurological disorders such as autism or ADHD. Now, that said, glutathione is extremely depleted when children get injections, when your immune system is hyperactivated. So we know this even in pregnant mothers. If their immune system is hyperactivated, it could be by an injection, or it could just be by a very severe infection, like something like appendicitis, is going to cause a lot of inflammation and deplete glutathione. So it isn't just Tylenol that is going to deplete glutathione. It is any form of acute immune activation, which is going to include all of these injections on the childhood schedule. So make no mistake, this immune activation is going to deplete glutathione. And if you combine an immune activation, like a well child visit, with Tylenol, it is a double whammy, completely depleting that child's glutathione supplies and really making it very likely that the body is not going to be able to fend off brain inflammation. And so we know that many injections are associated with encephalitis. So most of the time the body can, that just means an inflammation of the brain. We know most of the time the body can get ahead of that and use intracellular things like glutathione to reduce inflammation. But if the body doesn't have those stores, that brain inflammation is going to rage on, and it is going to continually deplete the body's system of things like vitamin D, vitamin A, and zinc, and glutathione. And eventually the child's body just can't handle it anymore. And some children may actually pass away. Others are going to develop all kinds of problems, including things like autism. So I hope this helps you understand why Tylenol and other things, immune activation, are associated with brain inflammation, which is one of the root causes or the causal factors in developing symptoms of the spectrum. Peace.
There you go. And for those of you who like scientists or school or stuff like that, I will tell you who she is. This is Dr. Christina Parks. She graduated magna cum laude from the University of Wisconsin in 1992 with a double major in biochemistry and molecular biology and chemistry honors. She went on to earn her PhD in cellular and molecular biology from the University of Michigan in 1999, where she did her graduate research in the field of cytokine, remember that from COVID, signaling, the molecules that the immune system uses to communicate. She's a smarty pants. And I know your next question is Sevon, what the fuck is glutathione? Glutathione is a tripeptide comprised of 3 amino acids present in most mammalian tissue. Glutathione acts as an antioxidant, a free radical scavenger, and detoxifying agent. I don't know if any of you are going to remember this, but around March and February of 2020, I made a video and I was sitting in front of a whiteboard and I talked to you guys about T cells and natural killer cells. And I was wondering why during COVID no one was talking about that. So I went down, I got my PhD in T cells by reading about them on the internet for 3 or 4 hours. And recently, what I found fascinating was the owner of the LA Times, who is a physician and a Asian guy, Dr. Soon, I think Soon, just put something out yesterday saying that, hey, if you have a good count of T cells and natural killer cells, pretty much they can kill everything. They're your first line of defense. They can kill cancer cells and everything. And that basically vaccines, Tylenol, shit like that, just completely does a crazy. It's not good. It's not good to mix those things and bypass your first line of your immune system. T cells are incredible. If you don't know about them, look into them. BiomaxPeptides.com. I have 2 glutathione IVs per week. You too can get those glutathione drips every week if you would like. Just head on over to the Costa Mesa location of the Biomax Peptides wellness location. Wow, that's awesome. That's crazy. If she's a double PhD in those types of unis, isn't she part of the structure Greg thought to fight PhDs, defend theses, and fight for publishing? The fuck are you talking about? I don't even know what to check about. Are you talking about just how scientific journals have been compromised? Oh, you sell the glutathione peptides. Okay, so even if you're not in the area, head on over to biomaxpeptides.com, get your glutathione peptides. Try using a code word. Maybe she forgot to turn off the 10% discount and free shipping. Jose Ramirez, yeah. Hey, listen. So that you answer that question yourself for me, CrossFit. I want to see if you can answer it. What do you think? What do you think? You think every single one of the journals articles is wrong? What's the percentage that you've heard also say is wrong? You think every single person? Only I can speak in absolutes, CrossFit. You think every single person in the academic realm is a buffoon? Every single one? You don't think there's any good ones? Good morning, Greg.
Good morning, buddy.
Glutathione is a powerful antioxidant that can be found in various natural sources. Here are some top foods rich in glutathione: broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, cauliflower, spinach. Thank you, Frank. If my kids ever had Tylenol, I don't think that you have had it. Oh no. I don't know if they've ever had Tylenol, but I think when Ari broke his tibia after he went into shock and we made him sit on the couch for 8 hours before we took him to the doctor. I want to say we gave him some ibuprofen or something. We don't really give them. They can suffer. I know that when I take pills, when I take like ibuprofen or Aleve, probably twice a year I do it, and I usually take 4 at a time. I'll just take a big like 4 Aleve, and I'll feel like I'm on drugs. I enjoy the experience. I don't take Tylenol. Hey, Greg, do you remember at the beginning of COVID, there was this. It was in the first couple months, and they said specifically in children's Tylenol, there was something in children's Tylenol. I know this is really vague. The question I'm asking you, there was something that could fight COVID, and it was a liquid kids Tylenol, and you couldn't find it anywhere. It was flying off the shelves.
I didn't see that.
I remember I bought 2 bottles of it Amazon, and it's just sitting in my medicine cabinet still. I should probably throw it away. I don't remember what was in it.
So that was the hope.
Yeah, that was the hope. I was just like, hey, just in case this something goes sideways, at least I have 2 bottles of children's liquid, blah, 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 blah.
We had a reason up in Tahoe had a cold that one morning she just like is listless,
Yeah,
non-responsive.
yeah,
So here we go, man. We're heading back to the city.
yeah.
So I call up Shaka and she's, yeah, it doesn't look good. I'll meet you there or whatever. She's, but try this, man. Give her some children's Tylenol. And if she snaps out of it, she's just one of these babies that they get a fever and they act like they're dying.
Yeah, I got one of those.
And so I'm like, all right. And I remember that feeling as a kid that like spatially and visually disoriented with a fever.
Wow.
I'd even hallucinate. But anyways, you pop some children's Tylenol. Next thing you know, she's laughing and giggling and playing.
Oh, wow.
And so Shaka's like, I wouldn't take her anywhere. But there's kids, I guess, that at 103 they look like they're dying, and at 101 they're fine.
Yeah, Ari, my youngest, about a year ago, he got a fever, and it was going on for 2 weeks. And then one night at bed at 3 in the morning, I was laying next to him, and he was panting like a dog. And he had been for like 3 days. He had just been like no communication, and he was like panting. And I took him to the ER. I think what did they give him? They gave him steroids, right? What did they give him? At first, they gave him. They said that they're not going to give him anything, and they went to send me home. And then the head doctor in the ER walked by as we were checking out, and she goes, "Give me a full workup on this kid." And the doctor said, "We already did. Here it is." She's like, "No, give me a new one." So because we'd been in there for like 2 hours, so they gave him a new one, and then she injected him with some steroid, and within 5 minutes, he was at the 80-yard line. You know what I mean? He was 80% better. He came to.
He had pneumonia, huh?
I don't know. Did he have pneumonia, Haley? Yeah, they did all his testing. They couldn't diagnose him with anything. The first doctor even said, "Hey, it's not whatever viral or bacterial or whatever, so antibiotics won't do anything." But when we ended up leaving there, they gave us a prescription for antibiotics too. They're like, basically, we don't know what it is. We're just going to throw everything at it. You know what I mean? But it's scary. I know what you mean by listless. He was just basically like he looked like he was like on his way out. It was scary.
In autopsies of the lung fluids on people that have died with or from respiratory infection,
Yeah.
they find in almost every case where there was infection sufficient enough to contribute to a death that there are exceedingly high levels of viral, bacterial, and fungal microbes.
All three.
Yeah.
Fungal sounds scary.
It is.
I think of something furry growing in your lungs.
It either treats instantly or not at all, it seems to me.
What did we give him, Haley? What steroid? Preg with a G? Or prednisone? My 4-year-old knocked my 8-month-old daughter over and her soft spot swelled. Ooh. Took her to the doctor, and she said it was meningitis because she was vaccinated. Ended up being a head injury. Oh. Did you see the video of I sent you of Christina Parks in regards to glutathione?
I didn't look at it yet.
Okay. She was she's a
I read her credentials.
Yeah. And she's basically saying that Tylenol gives you inflammation and sucks off reduces your glutathione load, and so do vaccines. And basically, you need that in your body as part of your immune system. And she says, and so it's a double whammy. You take Tylenol and vaccines at the same time. And if you read the comments, a lot of people are saying they go to the doctors, and the doctor will be like, okay, they give the kid a Tylenol, then they give him the vaccine, and then they give him more Tylenol in case there's any pain from the vaccine. And then you have this huge drain on glutathione. And then then there's brain swelling, and there's nothing in the body to fight it. And then she's saying that's the problem. At least that's my interpretation of what she said.
Well, I think everyone's entitled to take a guess, right?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I appreciate all the attention on it. I mean, I think it's an issue. I go out and I see kids doing all sorts of weird shit every single day. Weird movement patterns.
Do you
Weird.
get Briggs daily send?
No, William Briggs, no, but I follow him on Instagram, on Twitter, and he's very aggressive. I like him.
He's got a thing on that whole Tylenol and
What's the synopsis of it?
Correlations are weakly established on the regular, given causal status, and contain a bunch of theories for which there's never been any measure.
And he's saying he's not a fan of the speculation.
Well, it's a hypothesis at best, and it may be true or not, but the methods should surprise no one if there was nothing there.
Do you think? Do you have any thoughts on if it was reckless for them then to come out? Since we know the American public, after watching how they reacted to COVID, that they don't understand the difference between correlation and causation.
What are you asking me?
Like, do you think it's reckless that press conference that RFK and Trump came out and said that stuff regarding Tylenol? With what William Briggs said in mind? Like, hey, do you think any kids are going to die from not taking Tylenol?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
Very unlikely.
Hey, and if
they did, it would be because they went to get medical treatment instead of staying home with the Tylenol.
Right.
Hanging out in the ER, getting treated is a wonderful way to increase your risk of something horrible happening. Remember, I had this discussion with the people in the PICU when I was expressing, we want to go home, and he says, you have to understand, our concern. I mean, we appreciate that you want to go home, but you have to understand that our concern is that she get better. And I get, okay, I'm being a little soft with you. Let me rephrase what I'm really thinking. I want to take her home before you kill her.
Oh, you said that?
And he stopped and he says, now that's something I completely understand and don't have an argument against.
No shit.
Yep. He goes, I think we're very likely on the same page at this point. I understand.
Were you surprised at his response?
Yeah, I was. But not shocked. But we had so many go rounds.
Yeah.
They're putting tape on her skin and it's pulling off. And then she gets this infection there, and it looked like allergic reaction, and it turns out to be eosinophils, which sends off another alarm. Well, my anesthesiology buddy Scott comes through and he says, we pulled an eyelid off with that tape once. He goes, so we switched to the blue 3M painter's tape.
Wow.
And they go, yeah, but it's not sterile. He goes, we autoclaved it and it works beautifully and it won't tear any skin. You can put on newborns' eyelids. He goes, you should use that. And they have no sense of how they might make that switch in the PICU. And I go, are you pulling off a lot of babies' skin with your tape? I would guess you are. They had a basket all the bottles were autoclaved and sealed, but there was wicker basket of nipples and rings sitting there out in the open on the table.
Oh, geez. So
you take an autoclaved bottle and a nipple that's, blow the dust off it and screw it on. Crazy shit. She had this umbilicus of connections and tubes and wires that was all bundled together. And when they take her out of the little heater plastic bucket thing and move her over to get weighed or checked, or it would drag on the ground. And so the result gets put back into bed with her. It's one of the dirtiest things you've ever seen. It looked like Ben Elizer's extension cord. You with me?
Yes, yes.
Like, hey, anyone
I
got a
didn't.
charger? No, Ben, I'm not going to touch yours. Thanks, pal. What
I
is
know
that,
what
broccoli?
I know what a gross extension cord looks like. It's weird how extension cords get like that.
The whole place was that way. You had to go through intense security Monday through Friday, but Saturday and Sunday, it was like, hello, you just walk right in.
Yeah.
And they're explaining they don't want anyone stealing a baby. It's heightened awareness due to terror and, all this shit on Monday through Friday. Guards, checking ID, calling up. Saturday, Sunday, walk right in, get in the elevator, go upstairs. You could take a baby and a nurse on Saturday.
Well, everyone knows the baby stealers take Saturday and Sunday off.
Everything was like that. It was like, this is amazing.
Not sure how Tylenol could sue when they posted on Twitter in 2017 they don't recommend taking it while pregnant.
The fear that anyone with any experience with pregnancy or law or just a general awareness of how life rolls is wildly hesitant to recommend anything for someone pregnant. Doctors are afraid, the pharmacist is afraid, everyone's afraid. You remember our friend Cooker at Pepperdine. She said that doing legitimate research on pregnant people was fundamentally impossible.
I do remember that.
She did with the CrossFit community was put word out if you wanted to self-report on your exercise and such. And so she ended up with a larger N than anyone ever seen before of pregnant women exercising. But
God, you have a good memory.
Starting with pregnant women who were exercising and wasn't taking test subjects and having them exercise. And so it made her a rock star in the field. Where'd you get all the pregnant bitches already exercising, not being noodled into doing it?
Yeah.
Weird thing. Maggie tells her obstetrician, I felt a little lightheaded on the flight. He said, go to the ER. You could have said anything. You're not gonna I'll see you on your next visit. You're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Oh, go to the ER. Wouldn't matter what she said. Cramps in my feet. Go to the ER. That's how pregnancy is. Here. See, the thing with the pregnancy, if a jury finds that your office had the wrong feng shui and now Johnny can't do algebra, and you lose that litigation, you'll be paying for Johnny his whole life. And so it was this weird thing in the obstetrics ward where they'd go, do you want your tubes tied? And like, no, I do not. Okay, sign here, initial here, initial here, initial here. Okay, you're a witness. You heard I'm like, you're kidding me, does not want them tied. Like,
wow.
We're all in discussion. And I was like, I think it'd be the other way. I think you'd want all those signatures if you do want them tied.
Yeah, this is crazy.
And I couldn't make sense of it. And then I figured it out. If you say I want my tubes tied and they don't, you get pregnant, you're gonna pay for Sarah and Bob, the twins, to go to Harvard.
That's
you'll be fitting that bill forever. If you just tie someone's tubes who didn't want them, and let's calculate the damages. I know you're bummed out. We'll give you $350,000. But the outcome in litigation in terms of tying tubes that you didn't want tied is less than that of someone having a baby who thought their tubes were tied.
Damn, that's wild.
It's that pay for them forever.
You
got into veterinary school. What do you want me to do? I didn't even want the motherfucker, and they're like, yep, it damages.
The OGBYN that Haley was going to in the beginning when she first was pregnant with Avi, she's like, let me make something very clear. My sole job is just to look for things that can go wrong. That's all I'm here for. I just look for things that could go wrong. And that became clear very quickly. Just look for things that could go wrong. CrossFit, I'm sus on Christina Parks. She got those degrees, but works as a homeschool science teacher, and her degrees are from 1999. Well, you should be very suspect of Greg because now he's been a homeschool teacher since 2021. Don't trust anything Greg says.
No.
He's just a homeschool teacher. Just a humble little homeschool teacher. I really wish I didn't hear that thing about the eyelid. I know, that was brutal.
Imagine the cost on that. Rip. Oh, fuck. His eyelids on it.
Let me see if let me get it through a few. When the doctor came in, I told her I'm not taking the flu shot, and the doctor said, "Yeah, I didn't take it while pregnant either. No worries." The nurse was just insane. Yeah, I think taking the flu shot while you're pregnant is insane. Don't be fucking with your immune system. Greg must be using Jeremy's updated Wi-Fi plan. I think. Did you accidentally hit a button? Is that why your camera went away?
It may have.
I don't think it's a connection problem. You seem good. You seem strong. If anything, it's my Wi-Fi. What did you think about
Trump?
Yeah, Troy. You know, I thought his UN speech was amazing. I thought the text Dale sent us was spot on. I can't believe I was witnessing all that.
Yeah, and the Ukraine shift is the exact it's the policy I had hoped we would undertake initially. I'd play strong with that guy. And the paper tiger thing was apparent when we saw a 40-mile long column of tanks mired down with problems with mud, landmines, breakdowns, fuel. There are 3 or 4 NATO countries that could destroy that entire 40-mile column with several passes.
Wasn't there something a couple years ago, Greg, where his army, that his mercenaries, like 20 or 30,000 of them that he had hired to go fight Ukraine, were like, "Hey, we're going to turn back and attack Moscow." And then that guy who said that
a couple years ago, and that guy got whacked. That guy
got killed.
His plane blew up. It was I think it was the catering cart.
Oh man. He basically, it sounded like Russia was saying, giving the go-ahead for NATO to declare war on Russia. Like he's basically saying, "Hey, okay, the deal with Ukraine is off. European countries, I give you the green light, and we'll sell you the weapons to go in and fucking wipe them completely out of Ukraine." Is that how you heard it?
It's yeah, and it's what I would have done
from the onset.
It's their war. They're going to fight it. If they're not willing to lose lives to protect themselves, I have no interest in sending anyone over. In fact, I don't, even if they do want to risk their lives. They have nuclear weapons, and they have lesser numbers, but far more sophisticated weaponry. The paper tiger thing's legit. It's what the trippy thing is, and I think everyone's shocked that Ukraine's held them off for 43 months.
Yeah. When you say paper tiger, meaning it looks like a tiger, but it's just weak. It can't bite. It's a facade.
That was his language.
Matt Burns. Oh, great. Saber rattling with a nuclear power.
You listen, Matt. Isn't Matt Burns? Isn't that a Simpsons character?
I think I don't know what the guy's first name is, but there is a Burns. That's the only Republican in Springfield. He owns the nuclear power plant. I want. Has Putin responded yet?
No.
Mark Moss from Uplift. I saw a CEO shirt at the LSU football game this weekend. Had a great conversation with him about CrossFit and Kill Taylor. It was great. That's awesome. I love hearing that.
That's cool.
I'm old enough to remember when Trump said Azerbaijan and Albania conflict. He also called it Cambodia. Listen, my whole life, anytime I told someone I was from Armenia, they'd be like, "Oh, you're from Albania." Like I've heard that. I've heard that 500 times. I don't care. I don't think his pronunciation of acetaminophen is an argument. Is an argument that he doesn't know what he's talking about, or he doesn't at least believe what he's talking about. I don't think that makes him stupid. A mispronunciation of a word.
I think that reading anything into his pronunciation would go hand in hand with ignoring Gavin Newsom's stupidity because you love his fucking hair.
Right.
You're just working on a superficial level.
Right. So no wonder the Dems love it.
If the effect, I mean, look what's happened at the border. 96% reduction in why is that happening? I'm not doing anything.
I heard this time. I heard you push the space bar and it went away. I don't know.
No, I saw that it was red and I clicked it. It's self videoing out, turning off.
Oh.
Hey, have you seen your iPhone turn the light on while it's sitting there?
The flashlight?
Yeah.
No, but I've been looking at it and just on the table, and I've seen it call people. That part really pisses me off. Have
the 17's cool.
Oh, you have it already?
Yeah.
Damn, you got it fast. You got it fast. How's the camera?
You'd think they'd have a just send it whatever's new shit button.
Oh, yeah, like you're on the preferred.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're like new laptop, new phone. I want to be the first.
Yep.
CIA is tapped in. That's fine. They can be tapped in. I just don't want them calling people. They can listen to whatever they want. I just don't want them calling people. What if they call someone I don't want to talk to?
I had been warned about my friends from a certain country. And I was like, listen, we're not going to lose a war to them because I showed the motherfuckers how to do push press. It's not that kind of thing, you know? Everything I could possibly offer them, they could take for free.
Do you remember in the early years when that video came out of the Taliban doing overhead squats with their rifles?
And bar muscle ups and shit on tree limbs.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
I think they were Chechen or something.
They were using CrossFit. That was amazing. J.R. Howell, the mispronunciation of it doesn't change its liver toxicity. There you go.
It's true. J.R. Howell, isn't that the guy from Gilligan's?
Yeah. The rich dude.
The millionaire.
Yeah. That's funny. I've known JR for years and years, and that's never popped in my head. Was it full depth? I don't remember if they were full depth. I'm just going to go with no. Hey, Greg, wasn't it illegal to start a gym, an affiliate? Like the government had a rule that the U.S. couldn't do business with Iran. I heard someone say the other day that it was their dream to start a CrossFit gym in Iran. Wasn't that there was something from the State Department that Americans couldn't do business in Iran or something?
No one could do business in Iran. And I was asked if I would apply for an exemption, a bypass, and told that it would be granted. And we applied and accepted, which surprised me because I was wanting to be declined. And then the next thing involved putting training staff at risk, and I couldn't participate any longer.
Wow.
I didn't want to see Chuck Carswell's toenails ripped out.
And was it the same for Iraq too?
We didn't have I don't remember it being banned to do business, but we could have an affiliate in Iran, and we're told that we could, and we were getting requests, a lot of them. And the pressure that I'm talking about was coming from RG. the U.S. wanted me to file for an exemption and said they'd grant it.
Oh, interesting.
Filed for it, and it got granted immediately.
Imagine doing a hero workout in Iran.
Imagine you help them get some knucklehead in there, and they grab the whole affiliate team.
Yeah, that would suck.
It wasn't a risk I could take on someone else's behalf.
There was a guy I had on the CrossFit.
Sign someone up for hero status, you know?
Yeah.
We have a name. We have a workout named Chuck because we left him in Iran.
Oh shit. There was a guy I had on the CrossFit podcast. I don't know if you remember this guy, but he had the only affiliate in Afghanistan, and he was a missionary. And I think
there were a handful of affiliates in Afghanistan.
There were, okay.
Yeah.
And I think he was a CrossFitter, and I remember he had 7 kids, because when I had him on the show, he had 5 kids and his wife just had twins.
There was a CrossFit gym in Kandahar, and the CrossFitters were coming in there, and I think they may have been team guys, but at any rate, they were rude at best to a guy with some stars that was doing bicep curls in there. And so the guy with the stars shut the gym down.
Oh shit.
And so the emails and messages were coming in all with a very similar kind of language and tone. You got to do something to me. And I'm like, I can't do shit. So I thought about it some, and I said, well, I'll just call Abrams, share with him. Well, I knew he was devout, but the adjutant colonel that answered the phone was a young lady, and she was just super excited that I'd called. I go, hi, this is Greg Glassman. If General Abrams is in, I'd love to have a word with him. And I hear talking in the background. She goes, it's Greg Glassman. He goes, oh, hold on, everyone. Just a minute. You know, I was like, cool. Now I've interrupted something. And I told him a story, and he's, oh, Greggy. He goes, man. He goes, the guy took my old position, and it's like the boss calling, and you normally wouldn't do that kind of thing, and it's awkward for me to interfere. And I said, okay, well then fuck it, don't do it. You know? Yeah. All I can do is try. I don't want you to make things weird for him or you or the chain of command. And it's good to hear your voice, and I'll see you next time I'm that side of the country. And I was getting texts in the morning. It's up. Oh my God, you did it. Oh, wow. So he made the call anyways. Wow. But didn't leave me with any bragging rights, maybe. I don't know. It was interesting. Or maybe he was subtle enough that the guy goes, okay, I'm just going to let these assholes go. But I did have to tell him, you got to be polite to the people that coming in. The guy's doing bicep curls. We've seen this before. At Naval Special Warfare. Like there's a guy in there, captain inside, that doesn't like CrossFit, so they're doing wall ball on the stucco wall outside his office, and it's knocking his fucking trophies off the wall. Right. That one captain said that I was worse than Al Zahari when they were looking for him in his mind. Oh, geez. I'm like, oh, great. Thanks, guys. You know all the guys that were doing that. Then they got him. Then they showed him what CrossFit was, and they got this captain. He's head of NSW. They got him under the bleachers, throwing up, laughing at him, taking him pictures, and sending them to me and telling me to put them on the website. Oh, geez. I'm like, no, I don't think we're going to go that route exactly, but what a great idea. That's a crew that needs constant adult supervision. Yeah, I get that. And doesn't get it. Yeah, you're talking about special forces when they're deployed. Some of our friends. Emily Kaufman. I'm just getting caught up, Sebi. You mentioned Dr. Soon and T cells and NK cells. My mom just finished Dr. Soon Xiang's BioShield treatment to boost those cells to fight her colon cancer.
Yeah, man. I really fell down the rabbit hole of T cells and NK cells right at the beginning of COVID. They're no joke. They're a great first line of defense. They don't work so well if you're obese. They really don't work so well if you're obese. And there's some connection that can't be explained with leptin receptors and T cells and NK cells. There was speculation that they take their orders from leptin receptors. And if that's the case and you're leptin resistant from being a fat fuck, then you'll have a dispatcher that doesn't work for the cells. Yeah, I'd love to hear more about that, Emily. I'd love to hear more about that. That guy's really made a full swing. You know, that guy was the one who owned the LA Times. Who the LA Times is about as liberal as they get. They were the ones who were calling black politicians racist and white people masquerading in blackface or some shit like that. And the problem with vaccines is, however they work, I don't understand the mechanism, but they bypass right past NK cells and T cells.
It's chapter 13 is of cancer as a metabolic disease.
Yeah.
And it's the chapter's on metastases.
Mm-hmm.
And I would suggest everyone read that if you can do so.
Is metastases, that's tumors?
That's where a cancer, they have kind of two primary mechanisms of damage, and one is just by filling a space with mass, which is less of a problem generally than spreading to other organ systems. And that spreading to other organ systems and locations is metastasis.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Tumors are a completely different thing. You've got a tumor of the bladder, but you've also now got bladder cancer, tumor on the bone, in the brain, in the lungs, that kind of thing. That'd be metastasis. Yep.
Jeff Bako, metastasis is the spread of cancer cells from the place where they form the primary tumor to another part of the body.
I think that's what I just said.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the important thing about metastasis, in terms of those of us that understand as a metabolic disease, is that the immune system's playing a role in it. And it's not it doesn't appear to be a good one. And what we see is the phage that's supposed to be attacking the foreign cell, the oncocell, cozies up to it like it's supposed to do, and it opens the cell membrane of the bad cell like it's supposed to. But then the fucking things exchange some genetic material, and it heals and leaves altered.
Oh boy.
Why did it's like finding your one of your guys coming in and out of the enemy camp at night. You attribute a good role here. You're supposed to kill it, not take some information from it, give it some other, and go somewhere else. And that's a very real deal. And it puts a little bit of a damper for those of us that think on the immunotherapies. And I've had this exact discussion with Seafried. He's great. He sounds like a big, loud, excited pirate, but he was grumbling over the fact that that's hard to call attention to. So I just did so. I don't think it's that complicated. And what is our evidence of it? You ready for this?
Yeah.
Fucking photographs
of the transfer.
It's in that chapter. You can see it yourself. You're supposed to kill that cell, not exchange information and leave, and heal it, sew it back up, and take off.
What cell does that?
It's a bunch of them. Take a look. The immune system's playing a role in metastasis.
Oh boy.
So as a general rule of thumb, I don't see. If it turns out that that alerting your immune system is what you don't want to do, that would be no surprise to me.
What can I do for leukemia that doesn't have tumors? Is leukemia the blood cancer?
Yeah.
It's in your marrow?
Yeah. I don't know. My MetFix partners have been generous and bold in taking Siegfried's protocols and getting them around.
Autophagy. I've heard testimonials about how extended fasting can lead to your body eating harmful cells.
I have to.
Look up autophagy. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yeah.
I want to go back to the Trump talk. He was. They said that the UN was full. Every single leader of every country was there. They said it was a completely packed house, and he was going off talking about the green scam and about immigration. Do you think that shit was landing? I talked to some friends in some foreign countries, and he said all they're doing is like taking parts of it and trying to make him look like a buffoon overseas. Some friends in
There'll be
Europe.
a plan to wait him out.
Pardon me?
There'd be a plan to wait him out.
Oh, just wait till he's not president anymore.
But I would think that it would be possible to sit with those guys and explain to them the truth of the matter is that Putin is like, were I president, I would let the leaders of NATO countries know that I'd like to alter the relationship and you to know that I'm disinclined to lose American lives in defense of people that won't defend themselves. And evidence of you not defending yourselves would include your purchasing of Russian oil.
Yeah.
And your measly spending on your own defense. And so what I'm willing to do is sell you at cost all the weaponry you need to do the job, but you're gonna have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I would get out of NATO.
For people who don't know,
defense. Right. Mr. Burns, how's that for saber rattling? I would leave NATO, but I would also leave the Pershing missiles behind. I would sign them over to my European friends where you're still allies. Look, we just left you nuclear weapons, intermediate range. If there's going to be a nuclear war, for my part, I would prefer it to be between France, England, and Russia than have the United States involved.
Right.
Suppose they're not willing to use nuclear weapons to protect their sovereignty.
Who? Europe?
Yeah. What that means is they're going to lose their sovereignty.
Right.
Do I want to get in a nuclear conflict to protect their sovereignty? I do not. For the simple reason that they can and won't. Don't want it. It's not, if it's not important to them, how could it possibly be to me? I'm going to grind up 1 million Americans so that you can stay free and not get ground up. No, fight this fucker. It's your problem. He's in your neighborhood. And I don't think it would take long at all to recapture everything that was lost, including Crimea. I was raised by a guy that had an advanced and deep understanding of Soviet military power. And he described it as horrible. It was 3, 2, 1, go on launches, and about 50% of their ICBM tests met with failure. He goes, whatever their load is, you divide it by 2 because that's what's going to come out of the ground.
Wow.
He took some Aeroflot flights to see for himself that they were actually eyeballing the riveting of skin to large aircraft and not laser sighting where screws were being put in.
Oh,
the guy's
geez.
just like,
I've been on an Aeroflot flight. It was the worst experience ever. It was terrifying.
my dad said you could take 4 different flights and notice where the rivets crossed at seams and where the structural elements were, and it wasn't the same on every plane. And so, wow, this guy's just eyeballing it. Every 4 inches, put a fucking rivet, you know?
Europeans are such pacifists now. They're afraid of any EU country having a big military.
Yeah. Time to step back and away. Do you get that? Like, I don't want to kill Americans to defend people that won't defend themselves.
Yeah, I not only get that, but going back to the thing, if Russia keeps purchasing oil, if Europe keeps purchasing oil from Russia, they're basically funding the war. I mean, they are funding the war against Ukraine.
That's right. Do your green thing. Go nuclear. Do something else. But fuck sending them money.
Right. Right. I wonder what he's telling his people.
Yeah, we need to get out of NATO.
The U.S.
Yeah. I think Russia would find their neighbors. I think they'd see them as a graver, more realistic threat if we weren't in NATO than that we are. See, what Putin's got to wondering is, would we really do anything to protect Poland?
I think we would. I think Trump likes that country.
I think Trump would, but I don't think Biden would have.
No.
And I don't think AOC would.
Are you reading the new Kamala book? No, but I've been watching CNN and MSNBC and ABC News and watching her go on those shows, and holy shit, they're destroying her. Her own party's destroying her. Did you see the interview she did with Rachel Maddow?
Mm-hmm. Some of it, to the extent I can watch her.
It was crazy. It was crazy. Rachel Maddow destroyed Kamala on accident. I don't even think she meant to. It was wild. The fact that she openly said the Pete Buttigieg shit is crazy, and then she said that's not in the book, and then she went ahead and repeated it live again. Yeah, Pete was too gay, and then she says I didn't say he was too gay, and then explained how it's not her fault she didn't hire him because he's gay. It's that the American people weren't ready for it. It was wild. She's spineless and has no courage.
That's not the problem.
No? What do you think it is?
She's profoundly stupid.
Oh.
She's a full standard deviation below normal. She both her parents are Stanford professors, and she couldn't even go to the good high school. Her I think a fair estimation of her talents and career path can't be had without trespassing into vulgarities.
Mm. CrossFit.
The phenomenon. That's right. The phenomenon of the scary boss's girlfriend, or the boss's scary girlfriend.
Yeah, I know it. Wow. Thomas, the stupid thing isn't the problem. The commander-in-chief of the United States now is one step above retarded. American people can handle stupid.
Listen, Thomas, look, if you say Trump's stupid, I would agree. but I need a different language to describe Biden and Kamala.
Yeah.
And Gavin.
Yeah.
And if somehow Kamala comes off to you as more intelligent than Trump, I suspect you're stupid. Trump's a lot of things, but he's not as stupid as Kamala.
I don't think he's.
Did you?
I don't think Trump's
think
stupid. I think this, but Trump is not stupid. He's odd. I'd definitely say he's odd. I would not say he's stupid at all. But that's my take. Would you say he's effective?
Yeah, very.
Yeah. Okay. Then maybe that's where we should land. Whereas I think Biden was not only incompetent but completely ineffective as a president.
See, you see defects in policy where in fact those defects were the desired outcome and attribute.
Oh, right.
The border was open for a political reason.
Right.
Not because they couldn't control it. They could control it. And they opened it. They opened it. We have a situation in American politics where everything that's wrong is wrong on purpose. And it's the key to the entrenched left. Look at what Gavin's doing to California. Look what he did to San Francisco. And he's going to run for president on those same policies. His national campaign is going to be to fight mass deportations, to keep the unified non-federal approach, to create a non-federal approach to healthcare, to vaccination, which I actually like. He's an idiot though. And what was it? Deportations, vaccination, and a climate. And he thinks he's going to win a national election on that. And I don't know if he can or can't, but if he can, it says something profound about the American people. And by the way, our confusion about vaccines and science is no different than our confusion about science and climate. And that is that university primary research, its very architecture, is a tapestry of like 5 families of interdependent fallacies. And you get down to the nitty gritty of it, and it's not even really debating whether they're fallacies or not. I've got a book here that was in widespread use. I think that's at this house.
That's an interesting comment, Mike. Gavin's too white for the Democrat Party right now. That's interesting.
That's true. Oh, well, I'm not going to do this now. It must be in the other room. Yeah, there's a guy named Nunnally wrote a textbook on
Sorry, say that again.
There's a guy named Nunnally wrote a textbook on statistical inference, and there's 10 or 12 fallacies of inference and probability that are taught in the space of 6-7 pages.
Do you remember the name of the book?
It's the guy's name is Nunnally.
Okay.
It's in the other room. I'll pull it up right here. Like
Caller, go ahead.
Hey, Savon, it's Tom from Type 1 Lifting. How you doing, man?
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Greg. I'm gonna go complete off the topic because this is the only time I could watch today. But I know you guys I think it was like a week ago, talked about Tyson Bagent and how he started doing CrossFit at like 10 years old. So my son's in football and actually playing like backup quarterback, which is completely fine. He's like 2 years into playing football. I wanted him to get into CrossFit. I'm kind of slowly getting him into like PVC pipe work, just getting the form done and everything like that. I just wanted to, even Savon, you could add in too. Greg and Savon, I just want to know, like, what's your recommendation for me to get him into CrossFit and kind of understand, like, not the methodology and like how to move better.
Yeah. You need to make it. How old is he?
He's 10.
Yeah, you want to just make it kind of neurological training, so that you want to have like a gymnast's level of competency with the PVC or the 15-pound shorty aluminum training bar.
Mm-hmm.
And so that you're like, that's a fucking nice looking snatch, and look at that clean, and look how well he moves. Then what we do is we kind of wait for puberty before adding load, because it doesn't make sense to beforehand. Yeah. You don't get a response. You just make the kid fucking hating it. But simultaneously to the response from the stimulus becoming markedly more dramatic, the kid's own coursing hormones create interest in the opposite sex that creates these weird things like, what do you do for this right here? And like,
yeah.
Uh-huh.
And it's all just perfect. And you don't want to burn them out before then. I tease my wife. You should write a book, man, on how to get your kids to hate the things you want them to do. You don't want a death march.
Yeah. So I did a burpee fundraiser. I did like 560 burpees at like one day.
How tall are you again? How tall are you?
I'm 6'5".
You're crazy to do that many burpees. Go on.
Dude, you're gonna get rhabdo doing that shit.
I know. Listen. I did 5 burpees every minute on the minute, so I had a little bit of a break. Anyway,
all right.
My son did 100 of them with me, and so he's got the endurance and everything like that. But like obviously with the neurological stuff, I don't want him to burn out or anything like that. So I get him in whenever he wants to train. Anytime if he's like, hey, I want to go work out or whatever, I'll say, yeah, come on. We could do something and just do like very light, if like maybe a 3-pound dumbbell and maybe some body weight stuff.
Hey, dude, you know what I do? What the 2 quick things I would do is always set them up for success and use interval timers and timers. So here's what it looks like to set them up for success. Be like, hey, dude, I'm going to time you for how fast you can do 10 burpees. And then you write that. It's easy, right? He does it and he does it in 12 seconds. So now he's got a time on the board and he can see that. You know what I mean? And then 3 months later, you test it again. Or like I'll have my boys just do like 3 overhead squats, like Greg was saying, with a 5-pound, just the baby bar. And I'll set the interval timer and have them do 5 on the minute for 10 minutes, session over. What usually happens though is after that they're warmed up and they want to do something a little more. But I always make like games of it and easy, like just all the fundamentals of CrossFit, timers, interval timers, stuff that they can get their head wrapped around and see. Nothing that makes it so they're like bummed, but they're like always having these little successes, these little wins. Like the first time they deadlift, just have them deadlift 10 pounds. And he'll be like, I can do 20 times that. It's okay. That's your record this week. And then just so slow bring them up. Like just so.
Yeah.
When he was,
I think 7, we did this thing called Next Station where we do like, you have 45 seconds to do a movement. He could just be like swinging on like the low rings or just do something and just get him to move and then kind of go to the next station. And he picks whatever he wants to do.
Yeah, hanging's a great fun game. Hey, hang for 10 seconds, now hang for 20 seconds. All the just low hanging fruit for successes wins.
Okay. All right, good to know. And Greg, I just want to thank you for this methodology. Savant's seen what I've done, but I've been the strongest, most flexible, most endurance ever in my life, and I'm going to be 46 tomorrow. So I just want to thank you for the methodology. And I did a PR of a 320-pound power clean, so for the first time ever.
Congrats, dude.
Yeah, I appreciate everything that you've done for CrossFit too.
You're very welcome, and thank you for making all of that real. It's all just an idea until someone does it.
Yeah, if you told me like 11 years ago when I first started, I'm like, you're absolutely crazy to be hitting these numbers.
What was your power clean when you first started? Do you remember?
Maybe 205, 225.
Okay.
No steroids. Don't touch that stuff. It's just like mostly complexes, like holding onto the bar continuously, like for 15 seconds, hang clean, power clean, squat clean, and then just like slowly progress up to that and do other different complexes. And squatting more too was a huge help.
Yeah. What's your Instagram again? Fake Sevon said, "Damn, that's strong. He's really strong, and he has really cool lifts."
It's just type 1 lifting. So TYPE1, the number 1, and then lifting.
And you have type 1 diabetes. That's why it's called that.
Yeah. So I told you this before, but I got diagnosed like almost like 11 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So right before I turned 35. So I mean, I'm putting my tinfoil hat on. I think it was mainly the vaccines for the military, but I mean, that's just my 2 cents.
Are you single?
No.
Oh.
No, married 2 kids, 10 and a 7-year-old.
Okay, asking for a friend. All right.
Hey guys, I appreciate you guys getting my answers, and thank you, Greg. Thank you, Savon. I'll listen, try to listen a little more.
All right. Cheers. Thank you.
All right, see you. Bye.
So Sevi, in the new gym, it's going to take 20 pairs of rings to do the traveling rings thing around the perimeter of the gym.
Wow.
Swinging from one set to the next.
Wow.
And then we're going to put rope and dowel Bakar style ladder from at both ends of the basketball gym, from one pull-up bar to another. So you'll have a 60 or 70 foot monkey bar.
How? Where will that hang? Will that lower?
Attach it to the one pull-up bar and then go across the court of the basketball to the other side. And attach it.
And will that, and you'll just take, somehow that comes down, goes up and comes down, or just stays up permanently?
You put it under tension. Yeah, I'd take it up and down. Hook it with some snap links and.
Wow. Oh, so it's kind of like a fire escape ladder, but it's monkey bars.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it pulls tight as shit.
Call it a Bakar ladder, named after John Bakar.
Wow.
Bachar. I had him in my gym. We had 2 of them made of PVC and rope. I made them myself, dude. And strung them and tensioned them up. There's a classic picture of TJ Cooper and some other dude racing up that thing. And it was a pretty steep little incline, too. It's really hard.
That's cool. That's going to make some strong kids.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to see because my kids love monkey bars.
My kids love them too.
It's all safe, right?
Yeah. Is there a good place to buy a Bakar ladder?
No, but in fact, there was a CrossFit Journal where we made them. And if you just get a drill and some Schedule 40 PVC, you can drill holes through it, make a little jig for that even, and drill holes through it and pass a rope through, climbing rope, and tie a knot on both sides.
Greg, did you ever do pommel horse?
What's that?
Did you do pommel horse?
Yeah, I was forced to. I dicked around with it enough that I showed significant enough talent that I didn't have a choice, really. And what was funny about it is I was either good or horrible. But I took someone's routine that was much better than I was in it, and like one time in 5 I could hit it. And so I was a weak guy on the pommel horse team, willing to take huge risks, and every once in a while it would pay off significantly enough that I was forced to keep doing it. But if I had it to do again, gymnastics, I would have given more attention to that thing.
How did it get its name? Do you know how it got its name? I'm looking it up on
It's like a horse, but it's got pommels.
Oh, that's what those handholds are called, pommels?
Yeah.
Developed in the early 19th century by Frederick Ludwig Jahn, founder of the German something. Okay.
Turner or something, right?
Yeah. Turnverein.
Yeah.
What is that?
Gymnastics. Gymnast.
Hey, did you train in a bucket with a bucket? That thing where you have the mushroom and then you put your feet in the bucket?
No, I could do double leg circles all day long by the time I saw that done somewhere.
Oh.
The mushroom came after I was well into it too.
And the mushroom is just a training tool. It's not actually
yeah, it's nice to get an end work, and it allows you to work a little closer to the ground. doing end work, and you don't have the specter of there's a couple of injuries on the pommel horse that it's not like the rings where you break your neck and you end up a quadriplegic. You don't get that. But there's an injury that I just think about it and I can actually put a shiver through my body. And it looks like that. You know that knob on the end of your ankle, the condyle?
Yeah.
Well, you can be doing something on the pommel horse and nick that bone on the hickory pommel.
Uh-huh.
And it's just like someone took a ball peen hammer and gave you a pop on that fucking ankle bone. I mean, it can put you out of commission for a couple of weeks. It can. And there's only so many
Isn't
ways.
the pommel horse padded, or it doesn't matter?
It's covered in leather. You wouldn't call it padded by any means compared to the ground, sure. But it's saddle-like, but the pommel is wooden with a metal base, and it's hard as hell. And the speed by which your legs are going by there is, it's 40 miles an hour. And it's you hear it when it happens to someone.
Oh, and everyone in the gym knows?
Everyone knows. All the pommel horse guys know.
That is.
Yeah, that's really nice.
So you're basically saying when you're coming around like that, at some point, if you nick that end.
Yep. The other thing too is they fall more than the other events, but it's from a low height into a mat. But I'm telling you, getting dropped on your head and shoulder, it's like, it gets old.
Jeff Bako, wow. The pommel horse started as a training device for the cavalry soldiers in ancient times. Soldiers practiced mounting, dismounting, and swinging over a padded wooden horse to stimulate jumping on and off.
Yep. All of this is horse skills. The vault, horse skill. Hey, the Greeks would do a round off flip flop back flip onto the fucking horse.
I once got in a fight with a university gymnast dude over a girl. He tied me up in knots before I knew what happened.
What, University of Iowa? Is that what that is, Mike?
It says U of I. I don't know. Indiana.
Is it? If it's Iowa, now I need to know who it is.
Illinois.
Iowa State is where the great gymnasts were. University of Illinois, great gymnasts too.
Yeah, the gymnast body is something to behold. I'm trying to remember which gymnast you brought into the gym one day to do photos and videos, and I could not believe the guy's shoulders and arms. It looked like they were filled with that oil, or that the weird bodybuilders pump into their arms. He didn't even look real. Who was it?
The Lord of the Rings, Dave Tremonti. What was his name?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Sebi, you brought him around, I thought.
I can't remember. I just remember being in there looking at him, and if I looked away and then looked at him again, I was like, "Is this guy?" He was like a caricature of a human being. He looked like a cartoon character. Bye, Haley. Everything he did was effortless. And his arms were so ridiculous. No, not Durante. Durante, though, when he first came around, looked ridiculous too. He looked like a cartoon character.
Do you remember my talk with him?
With Durante?
Mm-hmm.
Vaguely. It was at HQ? Was that the office?
Yeah.
Did it go good or did it go weird?
It was funny though.
Oh.
He was talking to us about taking yoga.
Oh.
And I go, "What's that like?" And he gave the answer you're supposed to give. Now you know, seriously, Dave. No, don't bullshit me. Tell me. And I finally got what I knew to be the case. It was hilarious. And I won't even say it.
Gymnasts find yoga exceedingly easy.
Yeah, I don't. You know, I made a commitment long ago to encourage anyone's activity and not to I told that lady in a public forum in a live event that her health rider was stupid. She came up to me and cried. She'd lost 60 pounds riding it, watching her shows. And you just got to know I'm a dick. Let's just start with that. Good for you. And I said that I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to do that to someone.
Badmouth someone's exercise program.
But if you absolutely love yoga, you should tippy toe into the gymnastics space.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Thomas. Jeff knows how to Google. I like it that he does that. I'm glad that he Googles and pastes that shit up there. The Gaylord is a high bar release move invented by Mitch Gaylord. In it, the gymnast does a forward somersault, front flip over the bar after swinging up, then catches the bar again. It's funny. I pictured the Gaylord move something totally different. I saw something I got to show you. It's capitalism at its finest. First, I'll show you the clip, and then I'll show you the website. This guy runs a crowdsondemand.com, and then I'll take you to the website. Listen to this. This shit is crazy.
Lawrence, it's a pleasure to be with you this morning.
Well, it's great to have you. I'm really intrigued with your business model. So, for example, how much are you paying these protesters in Washington, D.C.?
Well, when protesters, we don't comment on specific protests, but generally the range can be from the low hundreds, the low 100s, into a few hundred. It really depends on the location, the duration, and any challenges that, for example, cold weather or early morning. You guys at Fox and Friends know all about getting up early in the morning. We tend to pay people more in that. Obviously, everything Crowds on Demand does is peaceful and law-abiding protest. There's a law. Lawrence, pleasure to be with you this morning.
This guy, then I'm like, this can't be real. So I go to
it is
crowdsondemand.com.
Yeah.
I think this guy's business might be killing it. And you can order them up based on what you want. Are you looking to create a buzz anywhere in the United States? At Crowds on Demand, we provide our clients with impactful advocacy campaigns and events. We're best known for organizing passionate demonstrations, rallies, flash mobs, corporate PR events, and lighthearted events such as paparazzi, brand ambassador, and PR stunts. So for $10,000, you could get a couple hundred people to start throwing bricks. Look at this, protest rallies. You can hire people. Hey, I think that's
Dude, I got hundreds of tweets condemning me to hell from people from which there was no connection to that name and others on the internet on Twitter accounts where that was like their second or third tweet and it was a week old. Hundreds of them.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's an easy thing to do. And this is what places like the Keller Corporation do.
We can help organize, rally, and advocate for your cause. This is like real life buying views.
Rock throwers are free. You can get up to 6 rock throwers for your event without extra charge.
Right.
Like, and you could just see that. Could you see the order form? It's like I want them all dressed in black and hooded. Ooh, that's a lot more. And it's cold.
We bring in crowds that influence the government in a grassroots manner. We're the ultimate guerrilla lobbying and government relationships firm. Hey, that's why at all these Charlie Kirk things, there's no violence. There's no paid people. I was watching a Charlie Kirk rally, and there were some trans activists there, and they just went right into the center of the Charlie Kirk rally and were speaking through a megaphone, and like no one did anything to them. No approaching them, no hitting them, no pushing them, no holding signs in their faces. It was wild. These crowds on demand anywhere in the United States within 24 hours.
Hey, when do you come back?
The 29th.
I go to Hawaii tomorrow.
Oh, you what? Serious?
Yeah.
Oh, what are you doing there?
Noor's wedding.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
You're going with Maggie?
Yeah, and all the kids.
Oh my goodness. How long
we're
are you
staying
going?
at the Royal Hawaiian.
How long are you going for?
5 days.
How fun. Oh my God, are your kids just so excited?
Yeah, I think so. They almost got left behind.
What? So you'll go to the wedding and they'll just like hang out at the pool and shit and the beach.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they're gonna have so much fun. That's like one of those hotels that has like a giant pool and water slides and all that shit, right?
No, you don't.
No?
You didn't you stay there with me? You did.
I remember staying. Is that on the Big Island?
No, it's Oahu.
I'm trying to think.
Bar right near the water.
Oh yes.
There that we sent to the level 1 that thanked us forever.
Yes. That's a cool hotel. They have the hat shop there.
Yes.
Okay.
Remember the guys who ring the bell and yell fire?
Yeah. Hey, wasn't the Pro Bowl going on when we were there or something? It was full of football players or something?
Yeah, there's always something going on.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Are you dreading it or looking forward to it? Or both?
I was talking to Riley about that yesterday. She says, "Are you excited?" And I go, "Yeah, I guess so, you know." And I said, "But I'd be more excited to stay home."
Like if they all went and you just hung out?
No, I don't want to be without them, but I enjoy it here more than I do. Hey, you know what? With my life, it's hard to vacation.
Right.
And so I told Maggie,
that.
my thought of a vacation is you go somewhere and experience a lifestyle and things that are kind of beyond what you'd normally do.
Right.
It's like you spend a little heavier and you see things and do things and live away. I go on vacation and it's all fucking down for me. Shitty food,
worst pool.
You turned me on to this whole notion. I was on a cruise with you and our friends, CrossFit friends, hating the fucking cruise ship.
Yeah.
And you're like, you got to understand, man, these people fucking live in cubicles 50 weeks out of the year. This is heaven. They're out in the sun getting drunk, and it doesn't matter. And we live like this all the time.
It's crazy, right? You work 9 to 5, 50 weeks a year. So for 2
cruise
weeks,
ship was a poor vision of what we had going on at the house in San Diego.
Yeah. Yeah, cruise ships are prisons on boat. The amount of eating that goes on there is crazy. Crazy. Hey, that guy that put on the Canelo fight, that guy from Saudi Arabia, they call him Turkey. There's a rumor now that he's going to pay Tom Brady $75 million to play a weekend in a flag football league in Saudi Arabia. Tom's denying it, that it's $75 million, but it's probably something crazy to play flag football.
He'll tear them up.
I was wondering who can even catch a ball he throws.
Hey, did Tyson play this Sunday?
I don't think so. I think the main guy had a pretty good game. People are saying he had an amazing game, but I think it was like 18 of 29. but they won. They beat the Dallas Cowboys. I think Dallas might suck though. Both teams are now 1-2.
Okay.
But I don't think he played. I'm headed out on Sunday. I'm going to Vegas to watch the game.
I got you guys coming from Netflix today.
Oh, to the house?
Mm-hmm.
Like to a business meeting?
Yeah, they want to talk.
Oh, that's cool.
And I told them that I don't like journalists, but I'm not afraid of them.
Yeah. I don't like them either. They want to do something. What do you have any? Well, tell me later. Hey,
Yeah.
you know what's so funny? Did you see this thing with you? Everyone's like, "Hey, YouTube is now admitting that they were banning people, and they're going to now unban people." Did you see that? Let me see if I could find this Rand Paul shit. They banned Rand Paul during COVID, but basically they're now saying that they're going to reinstate all the accounts for people who were speaking against like climate change and COVID and like people who had opinions other than what the government was telling them to. Google to bring back accounts banned at Biden administration's insistence. Unacceptable and wrong. This is Jim Jordan's work. They were pressed. They're claiming the same thing Zuckerberg was. They were pressed to remove over content related to the COVID-19 pandemic. It's wild, huh? Hey, and it's crazy that anyone's concerned about Jimmy Kimmel when shit like this is going on. Users, including FBI Deputy Director Dan Bongino, Sebastian Gorka, Steve Bannon, they were all yanked off the video. Charlie Kirk was yanked. They made and you weren't allowed to talk about election integrity. That's other reasons why people were pulled off of YouTube. Everyone had to move over to Rumble. YouTube, what did it say? YouTube, this is such a joke. YouTube takes seriously the importance of protecting free expression and access to a range of viewpoints, please.
Hey, the left will assassinate, engage in anti-Semitism,
Yep.
reduce your free speech, and judge you by the color of your skin and get away with it by claiming that's what conservatives do. And there's a chunk of the electorate stupid enough to believe that. And they're not chicken farmer stupid. It's a different kind of worse kind of stupid.
Yeah.
It's the kind of stupid you couldn't even run a chicken farm.
Yep. It's the idiocracy. Stupid.
It's the place where you stop using rational process to evaluate things and you turn all of your rational faculties into asking yourself how good this looks on you, like it were a dress, a hat, or a shirt.
Mm.
And so you imagine how you're perceived by the things you claim to believe in, and that's how you work it. And it's the same people that, there was this dread fear that we all had in elementary school of standing out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the people that don't overcome that and actually become self-actualized human beings that can make a contribution to the world by standing out, the people that can't do that become the sheep that are just terrified of being pointed out.
Right.
And so they have to have views. And I would attribute that to all 100 whatever of the celebrities that wrote to Disney to try and bring Kimmel back on.
And basically you define virtue signaling also. That's what that is.
That's the same thing. That's what.
Yeah, the definition. Yeah, you defined it.
That's what that is. That's what that is. So a guy likes his liberal politics the way he might like his hairy chest poking out of the Hawaiian shirt with a big gold necklace around it and his overbearing cologne. He puts it on, looks in the mirror, smells himself, and thinks, "I'm fucking hot."
Right.
It has that kind of sophistication to it. And it's not to the extent it's rational, it's only rational to achieve that aim of satisfying your own self that you appear the way you'd like to appear. It's fucking absurd.
It's beyond absurd. That first line that you said is crazy in regards to the anti-Semitism and all that stuff.
Hey, it's, Mulvaney's the one that said it's the socialists that are going to stack bodies like cordwood. Just love that.
Hey, how about when Trump just basically said, "Hey, you're losing Europe, and don't be surprised if like London has Sharia law before you know it," something like that. I'm misquoting, but
I remain quite close with all of the country managers. I think in Europe, I think I saw them all this summer. I may be closer to some of my European affiliates on average than many of the American ones, but their views on politics are, for the most part, to the left of mine.
mm-hmm.
There's not a one of them that doesn't think Europe's not in failure.
What happened in Italy is crazy. It's crazy you can let in all these immigrants, and then because you don't accept Palestine as a country, they fucking start torching your cities.
Hey, this has been going on for 1,400 years. This tension between Islam and Christian nations.
Yeah.
Raymond Ibrahim.
And then we got all these people who in this country, the social media detective posse is just hyper focused on Israel.
Yes.
And hating Jews while fucking Islam fucking runs rampant.
Yep. And Charlie Kirk was killed by Netanyahu. I told Maggie, I can't overstate how, of all the things on Netanyahu's plate,
mm-hmm.
Charlie Kirk is nowhere to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
Nowhere to be seen. With what's going on there now, the fight they're fighting, it's dire, and the world's turning against them.
Yep.
And he's not looking here so much anymore. They notified the United States they were about to whack those guys in Qatar and Doha after it was too late to stop it.
I don't, from the little bit I know of what's going on in Qatar's role in 9/11, it doesn't seem like it was a bad move.
No, of course not. If Hamas comes to the United States, I'd be okay with Israel whacking them here.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think those guys need to be whacked wherever they can be found.
Yeah,
wherever you can whack them.
You know, there was a time when Jimmy Kimmel was funny.
Yes.
Here he is. Did you ever see this? This is Jimmy Kimmel playing Oprah. This is so crazy.
But I can't do it alone. Workouts are easier when you have a partner. My workout partner is my maid, Marguerite. Marguerite's soft brown stomach protects my knees and ankles from unnecessary wear and tear.
Not too much longer, mi sopra, okay?
That means shut up in Spanish. 15 minutes a day is all you need to get your heart rate up to where...
Please, mi sopra, you're crushing my... Sorry, mi sopra.
Remember, ladies, but I can't do it alone.
Think of how far he's come since this. Oh, jeez. I don't. Everyone should be able. You can be able to do whatever you want. Put whatever makeup you want on your skin. The blackface thing, I have no. It's just idiocy shit. I don't give a fuck about blackface. I'm not even condemning him for it. I think that was a good bit.
I like the Man Show better than I would watch it. Did.
When do you come back on the 30th?
Yeah, or the 1st or something. Yeah.
Okay. I'll already be back for a day or two. I come back on the 29th. I think that's a Monday.
We'll go out on the Axopar. We went out and saw whales.
Oh, you did that?
Yep.
That's awesome. You and the kids and the wife?
Yeah. Yeah. All right, I got to run.
Thank you, brother. Great show. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, pal.
All right. Ciao.
See you soon.
Greg Glassman. Every Wednesday. No topic too smart. No topic too stupid. Keith Oberman. I don't know if you guys remember him. Threatened to kill Scott Jennings. Keith Olbermann. I didn't even know there was an L in there. I always just said Oberman. You're next, motherfucker, to Scott Jennings. What is wrong with people? Yeah, I think Keith got fired from ESPN and somewhere else, right? Was he on CNN or MSNBC? If you don't follow Scott Jennings, you should. He's great. He's the token conservative on CNN. He's amazing. I wonder how this is going to go. This is a good little bit. You guys ready?
656th ranked men's player in the world, Nick Kyrgios, is trying to recreate a battle of the sexes.
If you guys don't know who Nick Kyrgios is, go to YouTube and type in his name. He's a tennis player. He's huge. I want to say he's like 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", maybe. And he's notorious for staying out all night drinking and then going and playing like at Wimbledon and shit. And he's fucking wild. He throws his rackets. He yells at the judges. He yells at his coaches. He's the most self-destructive tennis player ever. Yeah, he's wild. He is completely unhinged. I didn't even know you could play a professional sport and behave like this. It is wild.
Match with the #1 women's player in the world, Aryna Sabalenka. The duo is planning this exhibition match for early 2026 in Hong Kong using a modified court and rule system in order to level the playing field. The court will be smaller and you're only allowed one serve in order to make things more fair. Now, this, of course, harkens back to the Battle of the Sexes, Part 2 in 1973, when Billie Jean King, the #2 ranked female in the world at that time, faced off against Bobby Riggs in an exhibition match that was viewed by 90 million people worldwide. Now, the difference is this time around, Aryna Sabalenka is the #1 ranked player in the world, not #2. And also, Bobby Riggs was 55 years old when he competed back in 1973. Now, Nick Kyrgios may be the 656th ranked man in the world, but he is a 30-year-old active professional male tennis player. And as such, Nick is really feeling his chances, going as far to say that he doesn't even think he's going to have to try 100%.
She's the type of player that I think she genuinely thinks she's going to win.
She beats you.
She's not going to beat me, brother.
So you're going to try. Because I mean, you can always double fall.
Do you really think I have to try 100%?
Now, Sabalenka fired back with trash talk of her own.
Like he said in another interview, that I genuinely think that I'm gonna win, and I'll definitely go out there and I'll try my best to kick his ass.
Now, Sabalenka has 4 Grand Slams and is one of
She has no chance.
the fastest servers in women's history, with the second fastest serve of all time at 133 miles per hour. Nick Kyrgios, on the other hand, he doesn't really win much, but he serves the ball at 143 miles per hour and is on the record saying that he doesn't think any female tennis players can handle a men's serve. Now, I don't know enough about tennis to give you odds on this match if, in fact, it does happen. What I do know is that Serena Williams, at her peak, went on David Letterman and said that Andy Murray would beat her in straight sets in about 5 minutes and that she would never want to play against any man because she doesn't think she'd be able to hang. So if Serena Williams, the greatest of all time, hands down, says she didn't have a shot, I don't know what the odds are for Sabalenka, but I don't know if they're good. What I do know...
Man, I wonder if they'll pull that off. I'll watch that. I'll watch that. I'll cheer for her too. I'll root for her. Tennis is either cool professionals like Federer or crayon eating psychos like Nick. he's wild. I honestly can't believe there's a professional sportsman like him. What if we had someone like that in the CrossFit space? Wouldn't that be amazing? Man. Should I do the double standard piece? I probably should. My mom's in the room. I probably shouldn't do this bit. I got a great bit for you guys. I'll wait till. Mom, you leaving? Oh, no. You have your headphones in? Oh, okay. She has her headphones in. Should I do it? This is a crazy bit. I did watch Deshaun. I mean, Pat Lange. Did you watch Chris Beasterfield's show last night? I did. I did, Patty. Hey, listen, for those of you who say you guys miss Pat, of course everyone misses Pat. I miss Pat too. But what if Pat's been in the chat just the whole time with a different name? Would that be offensive to him? That you guys are saying you miss him, but he's standing right in front of you? I would Vindicate. I would tell my mom you're saying hi, but she's on the couch listening to something. I think she's watching the news or something. I am not Pat. I am not, or maybe Thomas. Thomas could be Pat. Where's the Thomas dude? Where's the kid with the fro? I don't think anyone said they miss. I don't think yeah, everyone misses Pat. Come on. I miss Pat, David, Sean. Oh, it's David. No. That's. I don't think that's David Weed. Deshaun Trump. Maybe he's pretty creative. He's pretty creative. I think. Let me see what's going on. I think. What's Chris? How do you find that guy's podcast? Is it Chris Beasterfield YouTube? Is his channel the name of his? Oh, Beasterfelt. Beasterfield. What's the name of that guy's channel? If someone doesn't send me a link, that one's really hard to find, I think. Maybe I can go to my history. It's a pretty cool week for podcasts. Chris Beasterfeld. Let me see. Chris. I have to go back and forth between the screens to see how you spell that. Oh, you guys want to see some underwear I was looking at yesterday? I'm ready for new underwear. Does anyone have any recommendations? I probably have way different taste than you guys. Chris Beasterfield. Oh, I found it. Okay. Where is this? Say the 24th. Oh, at 2 p.m. today. Wait. He had Brian Friend on yesterday, and then at 2 p.m. today he has Tommy Marquez, and then I think on Thursday Pedro has Mr. Wilmorad. This is giving you guys way too much. This is giving you guys way too much. I was thinking about it's David Weed. Oh, Deshaun is. Oh, that's cool. Well, I'm glad he's back. I love David. What about these? I've never owned any underwear like this. What do you guys think about these? I was thinking about trying these. Dominant long boxer brief. What do you think? Yeah. Oh man. Oh man. IU Sachs keeps the business separated. They I can't have loose. I can't do loose underwear until like I just can't. I don't like loose underwear. Sleek. Go shorter. But why? Like I don't care if they stick out the bottom of my shorts. Yeah, I can't free ball it. You need organic cotton. Probably. I mean, that would be cool. Go tighty whities. I would do that. Just don't want to stare at stains all day. I bought some boxer brief from like Hanes or something, and they're just so cheap and shitty. I got them on Amazon, and like I never even wear them. They're just horrible. They're stupid. I need better underwear. I need good underwear. So, yeah, any of that. Yeah, you guys have seen what you. I'm gonna show you what I'm wearing now. I probably definitely shouldn't show you guys this. Jeez Louise. This is you guys are gonna. This is gonna be the end of me. This is gonna get me canceled. So these are the kind I've been wearing for the last 10 years. I wear these. Basically something like this. And these are for sure underwear for gay men. Well, I mean that's what the site feels like. I mean, look at they have crazy underwear. Backless. Hey, I'm so self-conscious that yesterday I wanted to order underwear and I went to this site and I was on my phone and I was like looking around to see if anyone could see what I was on. The gayest. Yeah. So these are the one I've had these for like 10 years. Oh, he's wearing an athletic cup, is he? I'm gonna block this like Tyler Jenkins. Dude, everyone has to underwear shop. I'm just looking for now this is for gay guys, yeah. Jesus, those are even gayer, yeah. Anyway, those that's what I'm in now, and they're just starting to get guys are gross. Those are cool underwear. You don't think those are cool underwear? I think they're cool. Do you not like those, Christine? You don't think those are cool? Honestly. I have the Sacks are what I wear at night. I wear this like loose Sacks boxers at night. Oh, my husband wears the long ones for jiu-jitsu. Of this brand? I can't believe anyone else uses this brand besides me who doesn't take it in the dumper. Wear whatever's comfortable, not whatever looks gay. Yeah, I'm going to for sure. But I never thought I'd be underwear shopping online with you guys, but here we are. The fact that it still doesn't reduce the fact. I mean, dude, this site is crazy. This site makes me uncomfortable. Let me see. Like, what is this? Thongs for dudes? Backless? Anyway. That's what I did. I did just pick up a 6-pack off of Amazon, and they're just horrible. They're just like cotton, and like I feel like I'm just always having to adjust when I wear them, and it's just like they're just too loose. I'm always having to like make adjustments. I don't want to do that. All right. Still take this over the time. Seb on Google the name. Yeah, that wasn't good. No, it's not. It's not. You don't. It's not. It's not being brave wearing a thong. It's getting poop. Just like, well, you don't want anything pushed up against the sphincter. Anyway, all right. I think that's the end of the show. What is today? Wednesday? I think we covered a lot. I got this really good bit I'm going to do. I think I should save it for tomorrow. Oh, that is gross. This is David Weed. Wow. You outed yourself. Adapt and overcome. You think Jesus wore underwear? All right. Tomorrow morning, Jason Hopper. Talk to you guys later. Thanks for everything. Bye-bye.